Exactly. Thank you very much for Fred for passing on the microphone, the virtual microphone. Yes, hello and welcome. I'm happy here to be here with McLogic today and with Jean-François from La Vaudoise. Together we will present a use case currently running project at La Vaudoise. My name is Andreas Hubmer. I'm principal consultant for topics around McLogic at Epcont, and also head of Epcont Germany. And Jean-François Boyer, he's a senior project manager at La Vaudoise and solution architect in this project. So let me start by introducing Epcont briefly. So Epcont is an IT service company. We're focusing on IT and communication. We are owned privately in Austria. And some numbers just that you can get a feeling how big we are: about 60 million turnover, 120 customers, 50 partners. So we don't build our own products, but we work together with good solutions, and we have very few selected partners, and McLogic is the most important ones of them. And altogether we have some more than 500 employees, half of which being engineers, the other half doing a little bit less technical stuff like business analysis, project management, and so on. We are represented internationally. Our headquarters is in Vienna in Austria. So that's also the reason why we have so many slots in Austria. On the left-hand side, you can see the nice Millennium Tower. And we are also located in Germany, in Frankfurt and Saarbrücken, where I'm calling from today, and in South Africa, and there is more to come soon. So we are partners of McLogic for 10 years now, and this has been a very fruitful partnership, I think, for our customers, for Epcont, and also for McLogic. We think that McLogic is a really great solution, and altogether we have been delivering more than 50 projects based on McLogic around the globe. We have more than 40 consultants that have skills with McLogic. They are certified as McLogic developers and McLogic administrators, and of course project managers that know McLogic. And Epcont, we know the McLogic ecosystem, so we know the McLogic Data Hub, which is the important part for doing all the master data management, and we also know all the other things in McLogic. We know search analytics, we know semantics, machine learning in McLogic, or the geospatial capabilities of McLogic, and they can all be combined with the Data Hub and the data mastering capabilities. At Epcont, we have Epcont Pro Consult, which is about consulting, doing turnkey solutions projects from the beginning to the end. There is Epcont Enterprise. This is where our development services are located, and Epcont Operations, where infrastructure services are located. We are working with on-premise systems, but of course also in the cloud, may it be AWS or Azure. That's just a little bit about Epcont, and I'm happy that today it's not me just on my own presenting a project, but today I'm here with Jean-François, and he can also give you a customer view on this great project we are doing with La Vaudoise. And so I'm happy to hand over to Jean-François for presenting La Vaudoise and the project.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Jean-François Boyer. Thanks, Andreas, for introducing. Vaudoise Insurance, for those who don't know, is a Swiss insurance company, so only based on selling services and products in Switzerland. We are making advice, and we offer insurance for pension solutions to individuals, to self-employed, and to small businesses. We are in the place for near already 125 years. We have 2,000 employees and almost 500,000 customers in Switzerland. We are focusing on non-life insurance as well as life insurance. In a non-life insurance, we focus on properties, also all about houses, cars, buildings, but also cats and dogs. accidents for any type, with cars, for example, health, loss of earnings that could happen, but also mortgage liability. And on the life insurance, we are covering incapacity to earn, retirement, or death, the classical life insurance services. Next slide. So I am now after joining Vaudoise last year as a solution architect and being involved in the choice of the new integration and data platform for La Vaudoise, where MarkLogic has been selected. I am now the project manager for what we call Vaudoise Information Platform. So why this project? In fact, this is articulated into 3 layers. And the cornerstone, the first foundation, is the need for digital transformation, and it wanted a platform to enable this transformation. This transformation to provide a real-time or almost real-time and data integration between master data from different legacy systems. We are an organization like many others, very highly siloed, and to bring this digital transformation and bringing new platform, new modern platform like new ERP, CRM, front-end mobile application, IoT in the future, we need to digitalize, we need to break silos, and we need to manage and govern the data. So this was the first layer, what I call a digital transformation enabler. Then the second layer is what we call data mastering. This is all about data governance, MDM. There, the objective is to manage, again, a central repository to govern this data, but not just internal Vaudoise data, also external data coming from partners. We see this data platform as a real platform open to the outside world and aggregating data for not just claims and customers that we have internally, but also aggregating data from other data sources like Frederic mentioned, can be data, open data, can be many partners that we have the need to implement and to integrate today in real time. So this is to provide the business users, so sales, underwriting, claims, risk management, the usual in the insurance market, a more accurate view of the customer data. So this is exactly what the Mark Insurance presentation from Frederic before. I see very similar similarity between the two use cases, your virtual use case and my real world use case. The need to have a real control of this complex aggregated data structure in the full life cycle, from the life cycle of the customer himself, from the contract, the claims, or any events around the contracts. The last layer is what I call the operational efficiency. And this is coming like this is the cherry on the cake. Once you have, let's say, aggregated and governed data, you have the ability to rely on tools that will provide more accurate decisions, more accurate automation using business processes, bringing your organization into a more, let's say, data-driven organization. And this is the goal for the coming transformation that we started and that will last for probably the next 10 coming years in the insurance market. The complexity of the requirements and the complexity of the data for transformation is quite huge. Breaking all those silos will take time. And we will do it step by step, and this is what I will explain in the next slide, the vision and the approach that we have for the implementation of MarkLogic at Vaudoise. Thank you. Next. So before MarkLogic came into the picture, this was in 2020, last year, we had a kind of learning curve. We first failed with the wrong solution selected at the time. the objective was still there, breaking silos, having NoSQL database to bring some agile data modeling, having near real-time integration using Kafka streaming, and having this, let's say, common data model exposed to all consumers, external or internal system that we need to integrate. The reason of the failure of this initial project was not the solutions. MongoDB is a good NoSQL database. Kafka is a good, let's say, a streaming solution. But what happened is that we probably didn't analyze first the real requirements, expectation from, let's say, a technical and functional point of view, from not just integration requirement, but also governance with master data management. So this was very complex, the difficulty behind to aggregate the need for both, let's say, managing a complex transformation and integration. So what Frederic said about, let's say, the common ETL approach from the traditional integration using relational database, and the need for governing the data, managing what gets in, cleaning the data, aggregating, and cleaning also, what we call mastering. In fact, the place where we failed was at the beginning of the processes, at the transformation itself, in the ETL part. In fact, even though Kafka was strong in transforming data from old legacy structure to the new legacy, to the new canonical model that we defined, we were spending all the time in the ETL space and not time at all for let's say, aggregating, cleaning, and exposing data. So at the end of the year, this is where we started a new study with deeper analysis in the business requirements and technical requirements, making this combination between transformation and integration, and also master data management requirements. So we compared MarkLogic to the, let's say, larger and biggest MDM solution from the market. All those had a, let's say, more traditional approach using relational database. And we ended up to the conclusion that those, let's say, big MDM solutions were not adapted or fitting at all for our requirements. Lack of flexibility, agility, too big for us. We wanted to have, let's say, a more, let's say, a solution fitting the needs, and a solution that provides, let's say, more, let's say, stronger capabilities or toolbox to build our own needs for managing and governing our data. So this is the reason why we ended to the conclusion that the best combination was MarkLogic for the Data Hub approach, and we kept Kafka for having this real-time streaming integration for, let's say, injecting, but also pushing and publishing the data in almost real time to all systems subscribing to the data services. On the planning point of view, the interesting part is more in the methodology, in fact, because as you see, this is very common, let's say, steps. We all start with architecture validation, steering committee, contract, and project kickoff. The scope of 2021 is on what we call master data management around referential data. So we modelize physical person, it can be customer, prospect, any type of person, even employees, organizations, and agencies. So this is the scope. But the important part of this slide is that we are fully aligned with the agile methodology. Because thanks to the flexibility of the data modeling capabilities of MarkLogic, being able to iterate in a very, very short time frame the injection, the transformation called harmonization, and the exposition. And this type of, let's say, methodology is only applicable, in my sense, to non-relational database. If you live in the ETL world, classical approach with a relational database, the agile cannot be applied because you need to reiterate this is life of the project. Things are changing all the time in project, also when you are live, and you need to rebuild every time. And every time you need to go through a very long cycle in the ETL part for the transformation. And you spend time transforming instead of spending time managing the data and exposing it for the businesses. Thanks. This slide looks maybe a little bit complex, but I think that after the few minutes I will spend to explain, it will become more clear to you. First, to understand the very high level, let's say, views and concepts. On the you read it from the left to the right. On the left-hand side, you have what we call the data sources. This is where we integrate the data into MarkLogic. MarkLogic is the purple square in the middle. And once, let's say, data sources or integration is made, this is loaded without transformation in the staging mode within MarkLogic. As soon as it is loaded in MarkLogic, thanks to the native indexing of the platform, it can be usable, searchable, and also exposed if needed, as is, without transformation. So here, this is exactly the same model that we have from our ERP system legacy, the mainframe AS400, and we can search and analyze data the same way you would do from the legacy system. Then comes this data hub framework, and this is let's say, the engine of the MarkLogic and the magic for bringing the data from this non-structured model into what we call a canonical model. This is the final database in which we bring the data, modelize into this canonical model, but also harmonize with some referential data like Swiss Post, for example, for us, but also cleaning the data with the referential using the matching and merging capabilities that are native in the solution, and which is, let's say, the matching and merging that we have, the box we have in the middle. As explained also by Frédéric, we also have some capabilities for managing compliance behinds with RGPD, but also FINMA. We have many, we are relying on some, let's say, compliance need and audit that we need to provide. And this platform is providing a real traceability from where the data is coming, where it has been, let's say, harmonized, transformed until it is, let's say, provided or shared with other systems. So this is why it comes to the exposition of the data on the right hand of the screen, where you can expose the data natively through APIs. We decided also to expose it through Kafka topics. So we made a custom connector to expose those Kafka topics. And we rely on the strong capabilities of security and privileges to make sure that the data that we share through those services are exposed to the right people with the right visibility at collection or attribute level. Now, on the consumer and subscriber side, we need, because this is our legacy system, to push back the updated information to the main legacy system. This is the flow back to the main legacy that we manage. And we have the web portal receiving the aggregated value from the customer. So it's very similar to what Frédéric presented to you in the presentation before. This is where we present the 360-degree view of the customer, aggregating documents from the contracts, the claims, all the view of the customer is aggregated and displayed and shared within this web portal, in which the agent can answer questions live to the customer on the phone. We also use custom UI for managing referential. This is where it comes to the, let's say, master data management piece, managing referential, but also looking at some, let's say, data quality rules, data treatments, and we say this is really the mastering of the data. And this is the tool that we design on top of this data hub for the data stewards. And of course, the standard data hub central, which is the place where the developers and the architects are modelizing. And this is also the screen that you have seen also from Frederic before. And all those services are exposed using REST API endpoints that we can share internally to other projects, but also to our partners externally. What you see here is just the first phase. This is for 2021. But so just a legacy system and the portal interacting with the MarkLogic Data Hub. But in the future, this is exactly the slide here. Thanks, Andreas. We will extend the scope, bringing more data around contract, claims, and more. So this is the vision for the coming years. 2021 is what we call the master data management platform. It's all about referential data mastering, okay? Bringing, as we said already, the unified data repository, having an operational data solution, controlling the mastering the data. We bring a solution for, let's say, injecting, harmonizing, and managing, exposing the data. And we make sure that we are compliant with regulation, with GDPR, FINMA, etc. So this is the scope this year. Next year to come, there is an extension, in fact, of the project to come, and we will be introducing a large scope of, let's say, objects and entities within the hub. The objective is to build a real customer 360 view and to bring a cross-functional, let's say, an efficient research for the users. Exactly what you have seen in the demo before, being able to search any type like in Google, searching with a name, with a zip code, with a phone number, mixing all, and finding the right, let's say, customer or the right claims or the right information directly. This is also for us, from more in the architecture point of view, a reliable access to legacy sources, totally independent from availability of data sources, and a control of the data from, let's say, what we call observation point of view, to exactly to know where the data is coming from, how it has been, let's say, harmonized, transformed, and exposed. This is all about data lineage. And after that, in 2023, once this, let's say, operational data hub or data store is implemented, we will move and we will, let's say, leverage the value of all the data, finally, let's say, harmonized and controlled in one place to improve business processes, to bring some, let's say, a stronger use cases for managing risk, pricing, managing fraud detection, for example. It's all about, let's say, using the data in a big data way, using the benefits of what we call the new technologies with machine learning, cloud computing. And the plan also is to move from on-premise, as we are today, to move into the cloud, to also be closer to the computation capabilities with machine learning, IoT that we want to implement in the future. So what the big message behind is that it works step by step, iteratively, using Agile. The platform is, let's say, by design made for that. Start small, think big, and this is exactly what how we started the project, starting with let's say, small data referential with customer data and organization, and building step by step a real data hub platform for the future.
Okay, yeah, I think this is really good view into the future to see that it makes you successful to have all the data available in one place. Let me talk briefly about how we worked together in the project between EPCONT and La Vaudoise, and what was the organizational approach. First thing we did was a proof of value done by McLogic with La Vaudoise to quickly show that McLogic is a solution capable of delivering value. And then we started with the project. We've been in now for about half a year. And yeah, how is this project set up on the customer side with Jean-François? We have a project manager, solution architect. We have there a product owner, a data architect, and we have a development team with which we work closely together, which is using the APIs that we built in the McLogic Data Hub. And on the EPCONT side, we also have a project manager. I'm working there in the project as a solution architect. We have McLogic developers, we have a front-end developer, and we have testers to support building a high-quality solution. And for La Vaudoise, it was also important that we do knowledge transfer in this project so that we collaborate strongly on this development. And as we've already mentioned, we're working in a very iterative and agile process, which works well with the tools we use. We don't need to define everything in the very beginning, and then it's hard to change the data model, for instance, but we learn during the project and we can adapt quickly in the project. We started with the easier part with the referential data, and then continued with the more complex part with the master data on persons and on organizations. And over time, we've increased the team size. So we started with a small team to start with the setup, and then increase the size and also the efficiency and the throughput. Yeah, and I'm happy that, as you've heard, we are planning follow-up projects for the coming year and years. So looking forward to that. And this brings me to my final slide, and to let me say thank you very much for your attention. And I think if there are any questions, you can post them right now or in the chat, and we will be available afterwards as well.